What's up guys, it's TechnoViking23 coming to you today with a video about Mass Effect Andromeda, a game that is going to be coming out in a couple of days that I know a lot of you are excited about. I still have mixed feelings about the game, especially as we're seeing a lot of the preview play coming out from the EA Origin Access early preview of the game, which I actually did go ahead and pick up, and I'm playing through it. I'm going to do my 10-hour trial and give my thoughts on the game probably on Sunday or Monday before it comes out. I just want to spend the full 10 hours with it, get the full experience, play the multiplayer a little bit, and see what the solo campaign has to offer. One thing I do want to talk about, and I talked about this with The Division as well, this game has got one of the worst character creators I've ever seen. It's just absolutely abysmal. It's a step back, actually, from Dragon Age Inquisition, in my opinion, for BioWare with this character creator they've come out with for Andromeda. The characters, quite honestly, just are pretty ugly. There's not a whole lot of options to fix that. The hairstyles are, in usual BioWare fashion, pretty terrible. And for some odd reason, the female models in this game just look atrocious. They look terrible. The hair options for females are pretty bad. Everything about them is just really, really poor. Very poorly done. At least with the male characters, you can make a somewhat interesting and pretty cool looking character. I went through a lot of the female character options as well, and they were just really, really poor. Nothing really there that's, that was all that great. And I just don't understand why this happens in AAA titles, especially a game coming out in 2017 that they've had lots of time to develop. And as the hallmark of BioWare, they've always had pretty solid character creation. I would actually argue that some of the other Mass Effect games that came out on Xbox 360 and PC a longer time ago look better than this, at least in terms of the options. Now, obviously, the graphics are going to look a little bit nicer because you're playing on more advanced hardware. But putting this side by side with like Mass Effect 3, at the time Mass Effect 3 came out, for how good it looked, I think it has a much better character creation, much better character model than what we're seeing with Mass Effect Andromeda. And of course, everybody is also going to talk about the big elephant in the room, which is the facial animations, which look really, really bad so far. I will tell you, from playing about 5 hours worth of the solo campaign, it doesn't get any better. The character models in this game are absolutely atrocious, which is really bad considering they're using the Frostbite engine on this. And if you compare this to a game like Battlefield 1, this game looks like absolute garbage compared to Battlefield 1, and it's really, really sad. Like I said, this is 2017, this is a AAA title, full price, $60 game, and they're going to release it with this nonsense in it. And as much as I like BioWare, I am not a BioWare fanboy. I am not going to sing their praises when they put out a crappy product, and I will say there are things I've liked about Andromeda so far, but just some of the technical aspects of it, some of the things they're doing, the character creation, the character models, it's just piss poor, and it's awful. I can't believe they would release something like this. It's so unpolished, and I'm not sure what happened with this game, if it's just EA pushing it out before it's ready. But it's just a very, very unpolished game, and you get introduced to that right away in the character creator, and it's very unsettling and a bit of a letdown. Now, BioWare has said, well, we're going to patch it, we're going to try to fix it. They said that back in December, when the first trailers and things started to release and people were complaining about the facial animations and the character models. They said they were going to fix it, and they're not going to fix it, guys. This is 4 months later, the game's about to release. There's really not a whole lot they can do when the game looks this poor from a character model standpoint. So don't expect any kind of magic or day one patch to fix this. It's pretty bad. But I want to just give my thoughts on that, and like I said, I can't believe this kind of crap still happens in a AAA title at this day and age. It just appears that a lot of these bigger companies now, Activision, EA, etc., they push these developers in a direction where it's just get the game out as fast as possible, and let's not worry about how polished it looks. And as a result of that, you basically wind up with just some very piss poor quality in the game, and that is true here in Mass Effect Andromeda. Now, there are some things, like I said, that I did like about the game, and I do like about the game, but by and large, a lot of the reviews I'm seeing are a little too kind to the game so far, I'd say. There are some that are really go overboard and bashing it, but for the most part, the game is very disappointing, I would say is a good word to use. I have mixed feelings playing through it so far, but like I said, I want to finish out my 10-hour trial before I give my full thoughts on it. and you can look forward to that video in a day or two, hopefully. I'm also going to try the multiplayer and do a video on that. I'll kind of let this video play through so you can see some of the horrible options that are in this character creator, but would love to hear your guys' thoughts down below. I know some people are, you know, the fanboys are like, oh, it doesn't matter, it doesn't, as long as the story's good and the game plays great, it doesn't matter how bad it looks. And I see a lot of these excuses being thrown around, the white knights for BioWare. And like I said, again, this is 2017, this is supposedly next generation, and I've got the game on PC playing on the higher settings, and the graphics and the character models and animations still look very, very poor. There's no excuse for this in this day and age when much better games are coming out. I'd argue Dragon Age Inquisition looks better than this character model wise. I mean, The Witcher 3, I mean, my goodness, it's very sad to have to sit here and look at this. So anyways, guys, let me know what you think. Are you still picking this game up? Did you pre-order this game? Are you still looking forward to it? Like I said, I'll be giving my thoughts on the fuller extent of the campaign and the multiplayer later on this weekend. But anyways, I hope you guys are having a great day. Hope everybody had a good St. Patrick's Day. As always, thank you for watching, and I will see you again next time.